figure out the intelligence ties for Epstein. Like, people had a lot of problems figuring out what that meant and like what his ties to intelligence were. And I think at the time, even in July 2019, like a lot of it was really speculative. So I basically was like, well, I figured if I could go back far enough in the history, I can find something. And I sort of stumbled on this thing I didn't really expect to find, which is about the stuff that was going on in the 40s and 50s with this liquor baron who was one of the, the big corporate guys of his day, named Louis Rosenstein, basically running a sex blackmail ring with Roy Cohn, who's Trump's mentor and was Trump's lawyer for a long time, and was a very controversial figure in U.S. politics, beginning with his involvement as beginning with his being chief counsel to Joseph McCarthy during the McCarthy hearings, the Red Scare, and all of that. And so while the Red Scare was going on, Roy Cohn was also involved in basically sex blackmail to advance the agenda, his agendas and the agendas of the people around him in the McCarthy era. And one of the people they blackmailed was the head of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover. And, Rosenstein and Cohn both had very strong ties to organized crime at this point in time. And basically the people that had originally blackmailed Hoover were the mob. And so basically J. Edgar Hoover was more or less in charge of the FBI from its existence until like the early 70s. Like a really long time, and he never went after organized crime in any meaningful way, and it's because the mob blackmailed him. So I found that, and I was like, this is crazy, because Rosenstein in the organized crime stuff, when I looked into that, Samuel Bronfman's name came up, the name of the Bronfmans came up,